gamers? How we doing? What's cracking? What's popping? You guys ready? Pre-markets, baby. Let's check this out. Let's see some gainers. Let's see who's popping bottles tonight. This is earnings week, if you didn't know, and there are a ton of earnings coming out this week. Tonight we have Tesla reporting after the bell, and then tomorrow I believe Apple. It's absurd. So Tesla is now reporting today, which usually they only report for like Tuesday or Wednesday with a bunch of other big companies. This time they're reporting on their own, which could shine more light on them when they're not being overshadowed by other companies like Apple, Facebook, big tech companies. So a lot of attention is going to be put on Tesla this evening on that earnings call. So we'll see what happens. I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. But in the pre-market, we got Microvision moving up about 10%. They've been fluctuating today, but they're on this. They're running, dude. So it popped all the way up to 20, came back down. Go to the hour chart. So each bar is an hour here. Looks like we bottomed out at $10. So you could double up. That's a nice double up right there. Let's check their full. Oh. Okay. This is by weeks. They went down to 15 cents? Man, this was just completely what? They were written off. I did not realize that. Yeah, they were completely written off. Interesting. I believe Tattooed Chef is reporting this evening. Google, Microsoft, Amazon, no, not Amazon, sorry, AMD, other Google, GE, Visa, Starbucks, 3M. That is trillions of dollars. Yeah, JetBlue reporting tomorrow. I think UPS is also reporting at some point, and that'll be really interesting just to see how their business is handling the pandemic. You know? So, big earnings coming up. When you're listening to earnings calls, you want to be really focused on them. And you don't want to get distracted or have things that could draw your attention away. Statement of changes in beneficial ownership of securities. Yeah, I saw that in Tesla. The CFO, actually. Yeah. It's a little hard to see. But this is a statement of change in beneficial ownership. So when someone in a high-ranking position on a publicly traded company wants to actually sell shares, they have to report that way ahead of time, especially if it's a decent amount of shares. It looks like, Zach Kirkhorn sold about 1,200 shares at a price of $7.18. Amount of securities beneficially owned following the reported transaction. He still owns 56,000 shares nearly, which is good. It's a good amount. That's a good chunk of change. If we go to the calculator here, so just under $1 million. About 900,000 worth. Which is, I mean, that's a good amount of money, obviously. But he still has, so 730 times 56,000. We'll just round up. Man's got 40 mil. That's not a crazy amount, but that's a lot of money. Damn. All right, let's keep going. Coinbase is up 4% pre-market. And it looks like they have, let's go to the chart. Look at the volume. They're a big buy right here. How much was that? 11,000 shares, but it's pre-market. So see, we're not really trading many shares. in the pre-market, there are less available shares to trade because there are less people trading during pre-market. So that can cause there to be more fluctuation in the price because because if someone's not willing to sell at a certain price and they want to sell higher, then the price would be higher for the person that wanted to buy it. They would have to pay almost like a premium to get it, as opposed to if it was during the regular hours when there was more people and they had more options to sell or buy the stock. So the price fluctuation would stay a little more steady there. Let's see. All right, let's go back. Let's just check out these gainers. All right, Coinbase up 4%. Ooh, VLDR. Okay, this whole like chunk right here, I like that. VLDR up 2%. Tattooed Chef up 2%. Both of these are down heavily. Over like their 52-week highs. So both of them still very, very good stocks in my opinion. CCL, $27, good for them. 1%. So we got a lot of 1% and 2% gainers going into the pre-market. Skyworks Solutions. So Skyworks does a lot of chips for iPhones and they're a semiconductor company essentially. And they do a lot of chip manufacturing for Apple and other companies. And Apple's earnings are coming out this week, and their earnings, I own Apple as well as Cirrus Logic, and I actually own Skyworks Solutions in one of my retirement accounts. And the prices of these stocks are going to be directly affected on what Apple says during their earnings report. So even though this company isn't Apple's earnings report and their guidance for the future in the upcoming months will dictate somewhat where this company goes. I will say it will dictate it probably more, would be my guess, with Cirrus Logic. And that's mainly just because customer. Cirrus Logic, their largest customer is Apple. They've been diversifying away from that and getting into different spaces, especially with the haptics and their voice biometrics. I'm very bullish on this company for the long term. Short term, I think they've priced in a lot over the past 2 years. This company, we go back to it's just 2 weeks. I mean, 2010's a little. Let's go to 2015. Yeah. So I bought in here. Well, no, sorry. I bought in when it was in the 50. I bought in at 55.50, I think was the first time I purchased. And then it fell for almost 2 years. This stock kept falling. And I kept buying it as it went down, and then I bought some as it went up. The hard part is knowing when to buy. And figuring out if it's going to keep trending down or trending up. Now, compared to our 52-week high of $103, 86 right now is still pretty good. We even fell down into the 70s, and that would be my hope. Also, Facebook's earnings this week. I still have a position in Facebook. I did sell a lot just because I needed money for taxes. This company, I'm going to be buying more. And I'm going to be buying more of Facebook over the next probably few years, primarily because Facebook Marketplace is going to absolutely take off, and I don't think anyone's talking about it yet. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to be able to, the amount of advertisement that goes into that platform, there's sponsored things everywhere. People are paying so much money to get their products out there in front of you. And the amount of people using Facebook Marketplace, I think, is just going to go up and up and up, as well as the users. And the cool thing is the boomers are getting on board. And when the boomers get on board, then Wall Street notices. Wall Street doesn't give a shit about us younger people. They don't realize it. So the majority of this tech stuff, it's all behind. So like adoption from older generation, right? Right now, Facebook is, or over the past couple of years, Facebook is now being dominated by that age group. I would say there are less young people using Facebook than adults. Probably 35 plus, more into it. And I think that incorporation is just going to trickle to those other platforms over time, because they realize that it's the future. They just don't realize it until it's already here. We're in the future, guys. The future is here. The future is now. It's crazy, dude. It's like we have self-driving cars right now. Like, there are numerous companies that are producing these self-driving cars. Now, one thing Tesla's going to get some crap on, and they've been getting crap on, is their self-driving is so good that I feel like they don't need to make their customers, so you and me, well, I don't have a Tesla, not yet anyway, but other companies are making it so that the car won't be an autopilot if you're not paying attention. And I agree and disagree with this all at the same time. Because A, the point of self-driving is so you don't have to actually, drive. But I think you definitely need to be paying attention, because who knows what can happen. That being said, the self-driving, statistically, at least so far, has been significantly safer than human drivers. So I think over time, in training these self-driving networks, and they're just getting so much data. Like, the amount of data Tesla has, they are years ahead of any competition. I think NVIDIA is probably the closest, and they're just the chip makers for data like that, because they put a bunch of their chips in things. Uh-oh. Twitter's blown up. But yeah. What do we got? We got 4 minutes still open, guys. All right, let's see what else. Win, kind of flat. Ubery boobery. Ford, dude. I have a feeling Ford's gonna fast money picks for April. Ooh, they say. CNBC first, fast money. Brian Keller. Pull this over here. Brian Kelly said he would be a buyer of O'Reilly Auto Parts if Ford reports production problems on Wednesday. Ooh, okay. So they're looking for O'Reilly to make up for Ford's bad products, essentially. General Electric is going to take out the 1441 level and start to march to $20. Interesting. James McDonald wants to buy Albemarle Corporation. I don't know what that is. Global developer, manufacturer, and maker of highly engineered specialty chemicals. Operates through 3 segments: lithium and advanced materials, bromine, specialties, refined solutions, lithium and advanced materials segment, consisting of 2 products categories. Interesting. Okay, so they're in the fine metals and probably the harvesting of those fine metals. All right, this is the Robinhood account. Here we have Cirrus Logic, and you can see we have a really good gain there. 105% at the moment. Our cost base is $42. And here we can see all of my trades. So all the way back, the first one was bought on August 15th. Like I said, $55. Not, my greatest move. I bought 1 share. And then I bought 5 shares. Oh, wow. It was like a year later. Oh, market is open, boys. All right, let's see what's moving. XRP is up 16%. Damn. Microvision 11. Snaps up 7%. American Airlines 5%. AMD up 5%. Some work 4.5%. CCIV is coming up. Coinbase is up 4.5%. Twitter for 20%. Let's go. Skyworks, everything's popping, dude. Doge, we have up 3% at the moment. Interesting. Zillow up 3%. Damn, we got some good. All right, PLTR, Palantir Technologies. All right, they're up 1%. Kramer shares his thoughts on Ferrari, Palantir, and more. Ooh, that could be interesting. Let's pull that up. Palantir Technologies is for real, but unfortunately, it's a black box, said Kramer. He likes other software companies a little bit more. But when you hear that, PLTR is for real. Palantir Technologies. Maybe we'll do a deep dive today. All right, how's Litecoin's 244? CCL, Carnival, Validine, Student Fund. Excuse me, sorry chat. Tesla's up 2% or 1.7. Lyft. Damn, everything's popping up. Let's go. Facebook, kind of flat. I think a lot of things, people are going to wait for these earnings. I think everyone's positioned themselves very well. At least I think I'm positioned well. I probably should have. I do this every time. I sell before earnings, and then they usually go up. The Planet, though, holy chat. All right. Let me pull this up. We're not going to be able to see anything here, but I might be picking up Planet shares. Planet 13 crushes single day record in Las Vegas with historic 420 return. All right, a leading vertically integrated Nevada cannabis company announced record sales on 420. They produced a record selling over $500,000 worth of product within that one day. And according to this, in single day sales with gross margin during the month in excess of 50%. Gross margin of 50%? Right there, that's insane. The demand and acceptance for cannabis is growing across the country, and nowhere is that more evident than Las Vegas. For tourists returning to Vegas, Planet 13 is synonymous with cannabis and incredible entertainment experience, said Larry Scheffler, co-CEO of Planet 13. The demand is so overwhelming that even with many improvements we have made to streamline throughput, we still can't capture all of the demand. I'm excited for the relaxing of COVID restrictions on May 1st. Interesting. And our expansion, which doubles our sales floor. Damn. And points of sale to handle the unprecedented surge in customer traffic. For more information, go to Investor Relations, which is where I found this article. So if you're ever looking for info on stocks for a specific company, go to their investment relations page. Just type in Planet 13 investor relations. It's going to be the first thing that pops up. You click on it, and this is, we provide investors unique access to a leading cannabis company. Okay. You can click on their corporate presentations. This was March 2021. I think I already looked at this one. Also, you got to remember that the Planet is still traded on the OTC market, so it's not. They're gonna expand, dude. This is just like, so here's the strip. That's them. It's like 2 roads over. I know that's a little. They have interactive exhibits inside the facility. You can see, it's just. You can see them cooking and making edibles. They do everything in-house. They have their own products. And once those products ramp and more stores become open that aren't theirs, they can then sell their products to these other companies so that they can sell them in their stores. It's genius. You can sell your product in your own store, and then you can have other stores sell your product. This company's going to the moon. What are we at? See, they're going down. I am fine with this, them going down to back into the 5s in the short term. I would pick up so many shares. We've been buying Planet 13 since about 2. I think I bought some shares under $2, and then 3, 4, and 5, and I've just been buying as I've gotten money to be able to invest in it. Apple commits $430 billion in U.S. investment and will add 2,000 new jobs, 20,000 over 5 years. All right, here we go. Apple today announced an acceleration of its U.S. investments, with plans to make new contributions of more than $430 billion and add 20,000 new jobs across the country over the next 5 years. Over the past 3 years, Apple's contributions in the U.S. have significantly outpaced the company's original 5-year goal of $350 billion set in 2018. Apple is now raising its level of commitment by 20% over the next 5 years, supporting American innovation and driving economic benefits in every state. This includes tens of billions of dollars for next-generation silicon development and 5G innovation across the U.S. Interesting. So who are they gonna... So this right here, 5G innovation, who did they use for 5G and next generation silicon development? Wait, that means they're gonna just be throwing money into the chip makers. Let's go. Who makes silicon semiconductors? Next generation silicon news. Yep, that's huge. So what companies would that be? Their M1 chip. In-house silicon. So wait, are they creating their own? Vanguard. Oh. So I love this ETF right here. Vanguard's VOO, VOO. This is the first ETF and I think stock I ever bought. It's kind of cool. Bought it back in 2017. All right, so Credit Suisse boosted Facebook's price target from 330 to 371. Shares rose a whopping 0.4%. Oh, buddy. All right, well, honestly, I don't have cash right now, so I can't buy anymore. So it's the issue when you're 100% invested. Tesla gapped up. Was that this morning? It would appear so. And then a pull back down. Cool. Ooh, Corsair. I haven't even looked at them yet. We got a gap up on Corsair here. Just big sell? No, not really. I wonder if they'll go. Yeah, if they do, I'm just loading. I would load the boat. Tesla along here. Big week. Yes, you are right, Kevin. Gamers, investors, and pondering people alike. Thank you very much for making it to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as check out my Twitch channel, BitterGalaxy 45, linked down below in the description. As always, happy investing and stay humble. Peace. Just remember, robocalls suck. Deuces.